I'm back home. So settled back home and just hanging out. And I'm ready to film a bunch of videos. I actually, funny enough, I think on Wednesday, maybe it was Tuesday night, I think it was Wednesday, I filmed like a Damian Lillard drama video. Woke up the next day, so it must have been Wednesday. I woke up the next day and they had announced that he signed with the Trailblazers, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, before I even got the chance to upload my video. So Shams was preying on my downfall. I didn't end up uploading it, but if you guys still want to see it, I can still upload it. Just let me know. It's just saved on my phone, so let me know if you want it and I'll post it. But I'm about to start getting ready to go to work because I work this afternoon until 10 p.m. So I think it's like 1 right now. So I'm gonna try not to get too close to the camera because shit, I don't have any makeup on. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first I'm gonna just clip my hair back so that I can do my makeup and not get it in my hair. Anyways, I hope you guys are all doing so well. I ended up moving back home because I think I've said I live in the city that, like, I'm from the city where I go to school, is what I'm trying to say. And I ended up moving back home. So I lived originally closer to my school campus in an apartment with my friend. And I decided to move back home, which is, I kind of need to like commute to school now, but I have my car here at home, so it is what it is. And yeah, I'm happy to be back home. I'm happy to be with my family. And yeah, oh, my skin is actually like really dry right now because I'm using not tretinoin, but it's kind of similar. It's a retinoid, whatever. It's called Arazalo, but it makes my skin really dry. So I'm gonna use some of this Bobbi Brown face base just to moisturize my face a little bit. But yeah, so basically the moving situation, my face is gonna get so red because of this, but the moving situation, it wasn't like it was a bad time, but I'm in a full summer course load at school, mixed with working full-time. Holy tomato, what the heck, let me give this a second. Shit. Yeah, so the full course load at school mixed with working full-time and then moving was just crazy. And technically my lease in my apartment is done at the end of the month, but I decided to just like slowly move throughout July to save myself, the trouble of having to like get everything out at the end. I'm looking for my brush. I have it here. So I ended up moving beginning half of July, and then I actually have been dealing with a lot of drama at school. Not like that kind of drama, but I'm in university, if you didn't know, and I've been having an issue with a course that I need to take next year. Basically, to make a long story short, well, I mean, we got time, so I can actually really tell you guys the story. So basically, in my second year of university, I took this class that was like a second year course that everyone in my program has to take, obviously, like a mandatory credit. And that was all fine and dandy, but not really. My TA for this course was one of like the rudest people I think I've ever met in my entire lifetime at university. Like, I've never met someone as rude as her, and she definitely had a bit of like a chip on her shoulder being a TA. Like, she thought that she was like the shit. So I had a couple issues with her during the class, and she was grading my work and giving me grades that I really did not think were fair. My work did not warrant these grades. Like, we're talking like these were the lowest grades I'd ever gotten in university. And it just wasn't making sense because this subject is what I am concentrating in, which is like business management. So I was like, this literally makes no sense. Like, this is like the type of stuff I'm really good at. And I'm getting like legitimately 50s. Like, what is happening here? Not my phone literally running out of storage. Anyways, so basically I end up, and when I use the word confront, I don't mean like aggressively or like rudely. I end up kind of confronting her about the grade that she gave me on a specific paper. You know, I'm basically like, okay, hey, like this grade that you gave me is not really making sense, and it was a 58, okay? Which she had already been, you know, not too generous with my grades prior, but this one was just really irritating because it was a paper that I wrote, and I was just like, girl, literally what is happening? Like, a 58 kind of implies that I wrote half of the requirements, you know what I mean, which is not the case. So I'm like, okay, what is your rationale for this grade, basically, because my rubric didn't really have enough feedback to warrant such a low mark. And now, as I was expecting, she ends up taking this really personally, and just like, I don't know, she gets really petty with me. And I would assume, you know, this is very common at other universities as well, like you can get your work regraded, like you can appeal the grade. So there was different sections of the class with other DAs that taught those sections, so I was like, okay, like I want to have this paper be regraded by someone else. Like, I want someone else to look at this and give me a grade, because like this is not gonna fly with me. And like, as I said, I was really nice about how I went like about all of this, because I knew that this was gonna create kind of a little bit of a ruffle of feathers with her. So I wasn't rude, I wasn't, you know, if anything, I was the one that was disrespected, but I was really nice about it. And I was like, yeah, you know, if you wouldn't mind, I would like to appeal this grade to look, and I would like someone else to give me their input on this paper. And this girl looks at me dead in the face and goes, if someone else grades this paper, you're gonna get a lower mark. Girl, what? I was like, okay, well, that's just not true, because like, unless they're straight up gonna fail my paper, like, that's just not true. But yeah, I just remember sitting there like so confused, because I was like, honestly, it's gonna be really hard for me to get a lower mark than what you gave me, actually, because it's so low, but sure. And I didn't really want to argue with her, so I ended up emailing my professor, and I'm like, hey, I want my paper grade to be reviewed. Like, I'm not happy with it. I don't think it's fair. He never responded to my email. And now, the rest of the course, this girl, the TA, I just feel like she was doing everything in her power to make my experience miserable. Like, she would just like call on me during the like tutorials with my group, and like I could just tell like she was really trying to piss me off. I kind of just knew that she was trying to kind of make it an uncomfortable situation for me and single me out and like be weird. So I ended up like not going to the tutorials anymore. I think there was maybe like 5 remaining ones that I didn't go to, because I was like, this girl is like out for me. And then basically, to make matters even worse, my professor never answered my email when I was like, I would like this grade reviewed. He never answered. And at this point, I was just like so frustrated with the whole experience of this course, like the girl being rude, the bad grades, like being singled out, like all of it together was just like really annoying. So I ended up kind of just never following up with my professor. I never ended up following up with my professor about appealing that specific paper grade, because I was just over it. And then I ended up getting a C- in the class, which when I got my grade, I was just like, hallelujah, I passed. Like, I don't even care. Like, I'm just glad it's over. I'm glad to be done with this chick. Like, anyways, so I go a whole year thinking I'm in the clear. register for a 4th-year class for the fall semester. And I get a registration warning saying I don't meet the prerequisite. And I'm like, what? So I actually needed to get a C or higher to take this mandatory class for my program, like my concentration. And I got a C minus. And I'm like, oh my god, there's no way she's still haunting me. So I basically end up needing to contact my like program advisors and all this to see if I can get the prerequisite waived. And they're like, no, you're funny. And that pissed me off because I gave them the backstory, and to be honest with you, they didn't even give a fuck. So I was like, guys, like, this is actually like your circus that you're running here, and you're gonna tell me there's nothing you can do? So the gag of this story is it actually still hasn't been dealt with yet. I started trying to deal with this like a month ago. I think it was like June 18th. And it's still not over yet. Currently processing a formal appeal of grade, which was like a pain in the ass to have to do because this grade is from like a year ago, and they were basically like, yeah, we're not really supposed to allow you to appeal something from a year ago. Though, if I've learned anything from this experience, it's that if you annoy people enough, they will eventually just like be like, ugh, you know. And I was never rude to anyone in this series of events. Like, allow me to just say, like, I was never a Karen, but I definitely just kind of like wouldn't take no for an answer, and I just kind of kept asking, like, okay, well, is there another way? Is there another way? Da-da-da. And then eventually they were just like, girl, oh my god. So they let me submit an appeal for the grade that's been on my student transcript for like a millennium at this point. So we're gonna see how that goes. I think it's like 15 days for them to review it, so I should hear back by early to mid next month because it's like business days. But literally, like, pray for me, keep me in your thoughts. Anyways, I think the real moral of this story is just to advocate for yourself, and I don't know, like, don't allow people to make you feel like you need to sweep things under the rug. I don't know, she obviously only said that to me because she didn't want it to be regraded because she knew her work would then be questioned, and I fell for it. So yeah, I don't know, I've definitely, if anything, like, I've definitely learned a lot about advocating for myself throughout the situation, so it's been a learning experience for sure. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.